Hi, beautiful. You deserve more. I'm going to show you how to get it. All right, Ressa Tessa. We just have to start off here. I want to start off by saying this is not going to be a normal video or breakdown of what happened. I have a femininity channel. I run a femininity coaching business, and I'm not in the business of tearing women down. I don't do that. The Bible verse in Ephesians 4:29 says, "Do not let unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs." So I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to bash her. I'm not going to say she was stupid. And I'm not going to point out anything of her life. We, as feminine women, we need to stay in our own lanes. We don't know what is going on with this woman. We don't know her backstory. We don't know her childhood. We don't know. Okay, so we're not going to sit here and bash people. Side note, do not gossip. It blocks your blessings. It like all types of things. Stop it. Okay, so this is going to be a breakdown of the things that I saw that we can learn from as feminine women. So did I spend 6 hours of my life listening to this woman's 562 part story? Absolutely not. There was an 8-minute video that did a synopsis. So I did not watch the full 6 hours, but I feel like the synopsis gave me what needed to be given. So the first thing I want to point out is secrets. Ladies, you are as sick as your secrets. The more secrets you hold, the more secrets you have to hold. I'm not talking about somebody has a surprise baby shower and you can't tell them for 2 weeks. Or, there's a surprise coming up and you have to keep a secret for a small amount of time. And once that person finally finds out, it will be fine. Like, somebody's probably going to be very excited that they're being thrown a surprise baby shower. Somebody's going to be very excited that they're going on a surprise trip or whatever it is. That's an okay secret to hold. But to hold secrets that are making you sick and to hold secrets that you cannot tell other people that could be risking other people's lives and other people's safety is a red, it's like a glaring red flag, okay? I'm going to give y'all an example. I was in a relationship with a person, and when this person did something wrong to me, and I sought help from other people, this person was not upset that I sought help or that they did anything. This person was upset because now people knew. And not just people who knew this person knew. And so they told me to my face, it would have been fine, but you wouldn't have told everybody. And I'll never forget that. I was like, not I'm sorry, not I apologize, not how can we work this out, but your response is you did this because you told everybody and now everybody knows. No, this woman kept secrets about, she knew that he wasn't able to pay for the house. She knew that not that he was scamming, but the things that he was saying were not lining up with his actions. She knew so many things and early on, and she still continued to stay with this man. Anytime that in order to stay in a relationship with somebody, you are obligated to keep very big secrets. Not have a personal life, because that's different, but you are obligated to keep very big secrets in order for the relationship to function. It is not healthy. Okay, so that is the first red flag I saw in that video. The second is I want to talk about some early red flags that was in her story that we can all learn from and that we can take from. So the lying. When people lie to us, most times we know when people are lying to us. And it's not a here. We're women, okay? So it's here. And especially if you're connected to God, connected to Holy Spirit, it's like, like, it's literally like, you're like, why do I hear this sound? It's like, because this person is lying to you, okay? This person is not telling you the truth. And like I said, we don't know it cognizant. We're not like, this person's lying to me. It's something, it's like when they say it, you recoil or you double check, or if something just doesn't feel right, and then you try to rationalize yourself out of it. No, no, no. You know exactly what's going on. You know exactly what's happening, and these people are lying to you. They are lying to you. Okay, so the first thing was the lying. Apparently, this man lied about everything under the sun and under the moon. And as much as we can make it that man's issue, or as much as we can make it somebody else's issue, we have all been lied to and talked ourselves out of it and believed it. She saw no physical evidence of what this man was talking about. She didn't see anything, okay? It was just a lot of fluff. It was a lot of talk. It was not a lot of action behind the words. And I have a video. Oh, I don't know what the video is called. I have to think about it. But the video is called, it's something like, listen to his actions, not his words. And I tell women that you do not speak the same language as a man. He's speaking English. He's speaking English. You're speaking Mandarin. He's speaking Cantonese. You're speaking Japanese. He's speaking Russian. You're speaking Turkish. He's speaking Arabic. Or he's speaking Farsi. You're speaking Swahili. Okay? You don't understand each other. It's like, I don't get it. But do you know what is universal? Actions. Energy, okay? I don't have to speak your language to know if you have good energy. I don't have to speak your language to look at your actions and know, okay, this person is trying to bake a cake. If you have ingredients in front of you, if there's a mixer, if there's eggs, if there's baking powder, if there's flour, if there's oil, you're probably baking a cake or you're baking something. I don't need you to communicate that to me because I see your actions. So I don't speak the same language as men. Men can say whatever they want to me. And I'm just like smiling because I don't understand them until I see the actions. And that is what this lady, and not this lady, let me keep it off her. That is what we all need to learn from, is stop listening to these men telling you, I want to marry you, but you're in a relationship with them for 7 years. At what point did you want to marry me? Year 5? Year 6? And why have you not gotten that together yet? Stop listening to men who tell you, I care about you, and yet they're abusive to you. You don't abuse things that you care about. You don't. That's why people have all these protector screen things on their phone. And if their phone drops, they have a heart attack. But they will drop you, fumble you, mistreat you for 20 years. Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. Ain't nobody else like you, girl. I love you. What? Where were you the last 2 days? You didn't call. Like, what are we talking about? I have heard horror stories. Horror stories. And I'm like, can we both agree that this man does not care about you? Can we both agree that this person does not care about you? Okay, so the lying. We know when men are lying to us. We know, okay? We know. And I have this thing. It's a when did you know theory. And I use it on all my clients. I use it on my friends. I use it on my family. And they're like, oh, if they get out of a bad relationship or something, I say, okay, but when did you know? And they're like, what do you mean? When did I know? I said, when did you know? I get that you were mad in year 5, but when did you know he was a liar? When was that? Give it to me. First 30 days of knowing him. No, it couldn't. I said, and I tell them all the time, give it to me. I want you to search back, because how something ends is how something begins, usually. And people typically are very consistent, okay? People are going to show their hand. They did a scientific study where most people cannot train. They can only fake it till they make it for 90 days. So if I'm trying to act like I'm a very like studious person and I'm always on time, I can only fake that for 90 days. And 90 days is like the cap for that. That's why they train spies to like become totally different people, because we're not able to do it. If I'm trying to be super studious, at some point you're going to realize I don't like to study. If I'm trying to say, oh, I'm always on time, at some point I'm going to show up late. And you're going to be like, oh, but you said that you love being on time. And it's going to show up, and it's going to show up quickly. When did you know? And I ask everybody, ask yourself this question: when did I know? Not when did it happen? When was the big blow up? When did the straw break the camel's back? When did you know that this was going to be how it was going to be? When did you know? And to the summary that I saw, apparently she knew very early on. And she chose this. And I'm not blaming her, because there are times when I knew people were mistreating me and I stayed anyway because I had all the excuses. Oh, XYZ. Oh, elemental P. Oh, QRS. So I'm not blaming her, but I'm saying we have to understand that we always know. God is always giving us signs. God is always giving us grace. God is always giving us wisdom. We just have to listen. We just have to be receptive to it and move and say, okay, God is giving me this wisdom. I'm going to take it. So the when did you know theory, it works every time. Another thing, oh Lord, the moving in early. Goodness gracious. I tell people this all the time. I love a good cuddle, okay? Like the next girl. I love a good cuddle. Give them to me big, give them to me a little chunky, a little tall, okay? And we can make it work. Okay? So I'm not mad at you, okay? But here's what I need you to understand. We are not biologically, evolutionarily, biblically, spiritually, mentally, physically, hyperbole, like the leaves, all the leaves, we are not built, nor are we designed, nor are we equipped, okay, to handle life with a man who has not been vetted, not just by us, but by trusted family members, especially trusted men. Okay, we are not equipped to live our lives with men who have not been vetted, and to live our lives with men who are not our husbands, and to live our lives with men who we are just sharing a room with. Our body chemistry does not understand it. You are living in 2024. Your body is living in like, I don't know, 200 AD. Because evolutionarily, we have not yet caught up. Like, God has designed us a certain way that we are not able to handle being roommates with a man and our body not think that that's our husband. Because our body's like, okay, we're having sex with this man. We're doing life with this man. We do everything that married people do. Okay, so let me release all these hormones, the serotonin, the melatonin, the oxytocin. Just let me flood you with it, because those are the bonding hormones for women. And so we bond to these men. And so red flags turn pink. They turn white. They turn periwinkle blue. And it's like, oh, what a beautiful flag. Red flag, it's like 100 red flags, and it looks like the United Nations to you. It's like, there's blue, there's green, there's white, there's orange. Oh, there's a little bit of black, right? And there may be some red, but it's not like a real red flag. It's got some white in there. It's got some, a little green happening. So we're not able to see it. This is scientifically proven. I want you to Google women's hormones after sex. I want you to Google it. Or how sex affects bonding in women. Google it, okay? And the studies are just, they're wild. All right, they're wild. And my new book is coming out. My book is called Sex is Your Superpower. And I talk about not staying at a house with a man. Don't go over the house with a man. Because let me tell you why, and why this is really important to her story. This happened during quarantine. And so a lot of us were isolated. But had this woman had spent time with this man outside, she would have learned many things. Okay? The first would have been, she would have been able to hang out with people that he knew. Let me talk to your friends, because this man claimed that he was a top manager at his company. Okay, so then I'm going to start asking questions like, oh man, how long have you known X? And how long, like, wow, do y'all work at the same company together? Did y'all go to college together? Because apparently this man lied about the school he went to. And so you get to ask questions. And nobody else is as informed as the main liar. And so these people would have maybe knew he was lying to her and changed the subject. And then she would have felt even weirder about it, because if you met these people in college, why are they not comfortable talking about college stories? Like, why is it confusing to them? Like, why don't they want to talk about it? If you work with these people, why do they not want to talk about the fact that you're their manager, right? But this man was, apparently he was a forklift driver. He was not a manager, which nothing's wrong with that. He just lied about it, okay? So she would have been able to find out very quickly that the things he was saying to her were not aligning, okay? It wasn't making sense. She would have been able to find that out. So please don't stay in the house with these men, but stop going over these men's houses. Goodness gracious. Stay out that man's house. It's nothing in there for you but tears, desperation, and sadness, okay? And I'm gonna make a whole nother video, but I was talking to this lady about it, and she was trying to argue with me, and I was like, ma'am, this is science. Like, this is not my opinion. This is science. All right, but moving in early that was not the best thing that she could have done, and not the best thing that you can do. Let me tell you why. Way harder to get out. So let's say that this man is paying all the bills, okay? You still have stuff at that house. So you have to physically get boxes, move your stuff out. You either have to plan it to when he's not there, or you have to talk to him about it and have a big discussion, and it's awkward and you need people to help you move the boxes, or you don't have people to help you move the boxes. It's a lot of energy that you expend trying to move out. Now let's say that he's not paying all the bills, and y'all are going half and half. Now you have to figure out who's going to pay this lease. I know a friend. I've had a couple friends actually. They were living in with their boyfriend. It didn't work out, and he was the primary person on the lease. And he was like, I'm leaving. And she was like, but you're the primary person on the lease. But he wouldn't turn the lease over to her. It was a whole experience. So not only do you have to get boxes, you have to legally get paperwork in order for you to move. And if not, they can come get you. Like there can be like a warrant out for your arrest for like non-payments, or breaking a contract, or whatever it is. It's just harder to get out of. The second, familiar. It is even me, like I am working on getting stuck out of the familiar. I am working on not allowing like cycles to continue unless I want it to continue. It's many good cycles in my life that are going, but the ones I don't like, I'm like, okay, no. I don't want this anymore. And so I'm working to break that cycle. But it's very hard to break cycles that you're familiar with, to leave people that you are familiar with. And when you live with a man, you become familiar. You become comfortable. It is easier to have one conversation with a man that you do not live with and say, you know what? This is not working out. I love you. We had a time. I appreciate it. I'm out. Deuces. Than it is to walk into a house that you share with that person And then have that same conversation harder, okay? And the third, I already talked about sexual attachment. You all have no idea. I cannot wait till the book comes out because I explained to you. You have no idea, none whatsoever, how powerful, how extremely powerful it is when you give your body to a man. You don't understand what you're signing up for, especially a man who is not your husband. All right, and the last one, this is for all of us. Whew, it's gonna be a rough one, but you need to hear it. Men smell desperation. This is not a me thing. There are many men on record saying this, that within 5 minutes and maybe even sooner of meeting a woman, not only have they placed you in a category, okay, not only have they placed you in a category, but they already know how you feel about yourself. They already know where your standards are. They already know. How they know, babe, I don't know, okay? I'm not the man whisperer. Ask a man. But they know. They know. It's like, I heard one man say, it's like a bad odor. And we can smell it. I was like, oh my God. It's like, we can sniff it out. It's like, she don't have no self-esteem. She don't have no self-worth. Seriously. Ask a trusted man. Ask a trusted man and they will tell you the truth. Men can sniff it out. Okay, so even she said, I'm not calling her desperate, even she said that she was very eager and wanting a marriage, a relationship so bad. Never center a relationship, marriage, a man, or anything, honestly, so much so that you lose yourself. So much so that you let any and everything go. It's not worth it. This man took at least 2 years of her life, because they started during the panning. At least 2 years of her life. And maybe more. And she's still making clips and videos about it, so I'm sure she's still impacted. The self-work is so necessary to move on and to live a better life, not just for you, but for generations to come. I tell women all the time, like, I am the woman that I am, not just for me, but I know that there are women coming after me who need me to be this version and better of myself. They literally need me. They're literally counting on me. It's like you're running a relay race. Like, you have your leg of the race, and eventually you will pass on the baton. And how selfish would it be if you were running a relay race and you decide to sit down and paint your nails and take a nap, and people are like, I'm running a relay race. And not only that, the whatever you didn't run, somebody else has to run for you, to just to make it up. That is so selfish. And I found that out. It's like, people call you selfish when you care for yourself, but honestly, I say this all the time, it's self-full, it's self-loving, it's self-giving. I'm not telling you don't love your family. I'm not telling you don't do nice things for people, because I'm a kind person. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to your vision about your life, your feminine vision about your life, how kind your husband's going to be to you, how self-aware and conscious your children are going to be, how much love is going to be in your home, how healthy they're going to be, those things are non-negotiables. Like, like anything that comes in that, in between that, and tries to kill that, like, gotta go. Because it's not just you anymore. Even if you don't have kids yet, it's not Just you. Even if you choose to never have kids. I have women in my life who do not have kids who have impacted me like mothers. So it's not just you. Just you living and being an example can show somebody below you or coming up after you, this is possible. I can live my life of joy. I can have abundance. I can have peace. I can be safe. All of these things. So, don't paint your nails and run the relay race. You actually have to be a better person for the people coming behind you. And I know it's like, oh, I just want to live my own life. And it's like everything's interconnected. Okay, so if you're going to be a feminine woman, you need to think about legacy. That's why I just do not like this whole thing of like femininity, like brush your hair and do your nails. And like, where's your feminine vision? Where's your vision for the peace that your children are going to live in? Where's your vision for the healthy life you're going to provide? To the peaceful and calm environment that you are going to curate. Where's the vision for that? Baby, I'm not talking nails and hair. Like, those things are cute, okay? Lovely, fun. I dabble in it. Give me a little sparkle. I love some glitter. You probably will not see me outside without some heels. But where is the feminine vision? Where is it? Because a handbag is not feminine vision. Not that those things are not beautiful and wonderful. Have them if you want them. But that is not femininity. Okay, the bags, the hair, the nails, it's cute. We're not talking about that. Nobody ever went to therapy and said, oh my God, my mom never left me any handbags. Said no one ever. Seriously. People sit in therapy chairs because they watched their mother in an abusive relationship for 20 years and they learned that that was love and they have to unlearn that. People go to therapy because their mothers chose not to live a healthy lifestyle and now they have to work so much harder just to start to include healthy habits in their life. People sit down on therapy couches because their mothers were people pleasers and now they have to unlearn that work. People sit on therapy couches because their mothers never followed their dreams and so then they either smothered them with theirs or never supported their children's dreams because if they didn't get it, their kids don't get it. So nobody ever said my mom didn't pass me down a handbag. So please save me. Spare me with the handbags, spare me with the nail polish, spare me with the hair and the soft voices. Femininity is so much more than that. So you need a feminine vision. Let me tell you how I run my life. I really think about my feminine vision of my life and I'm like, this does not align. And when I talk about peace and ease, what's peaceful and what's easy is going to look different to many people. But for me, my peace and my ease aligns with my feminine vision. And so if it doesn't align, I'm like, I can't do this. No matter how wonderful, no matter how kind, no matter how tall, no matter how much money, no matter how fit, no matter how loving they seem, if it doesn't align with the feminine vision, it doesn't work. Because I can't be my best feminine self if I marry a man and I have to make a 5,221 part series about how horrible he was to me. It is a waste of time. It is a waste of energy. For me, this woman has to do her own walk. But that will be a waste of time, a waste of energy, a waste of resources. And I would just be feeling like, Corinne, you did so much work. And to be here, I would be very upset at myself. Now, like I said, this woman has her own walk. So I'm not putting this on her. It's very unfair to put my standards on this woman. I don't know her life. I'm saying for me, and I'm saying for you, if you want to have a feminine vision, which I'm going to make a video about, people need to get in line with that or they need to go. And I know that that sounds harsh, but it is what it is, my dear. It is what it is. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to die with you. It's going to be you. And you have to look back on your life and see, did I live my life in integrity? Did I live my life the way I was supposed to live my life, the way God called me to live my life? Irrespective of persons, did you do that? So we have to be careful, ladies. I, in real life, will be praying for Miss Ressa, for her healing. I did hear that she was very accountable, so I do think that's beautiful. Accountability is always the first step. So proud of her for even being accountable for the things that are going on and not playing the victim. For her being accountable, I hope that her story is not just passed around as like a quick laugh or a quick drama, but that we really actually learn from what this woman did, and that we can look at her like as a teacher. Like, what is her situation teaching me? How can I learn from her so I don't have to experience these type of things? Because she's really giving you, if you look at it not as drama, but if you look at it as, this woman is giving me a blueprint of what not to do, then you can take this. And honestly, Ressa may owe y'all may owe Ressa some money, because if you really take everything she's saying and you look at, okay, here are the things she's avoided, here are the things she didn't speak up about, here's where she went wrong with some things that she could have had help with self-love, you can then apply that to certain things in your life and you can get ahead. I'm one of those people where I don't have to learn by experience. Not me. I jumped off the experience train, okay? I had too much experience in my early 20s that I feel like God was calling me to be a strong soldier. I jumped off that train. I said, oh, no. I'm not the strongest soldier. So I learned from experience. I can look at somebody else's life and say, all right, got it. Won't be doing that. And take whatever they did and find the affirmative to it and then go do that. And then thank that person and pray for them. So ladies, if you look at Ressa Tessa and I say her name and I bless her, God, please help her. Because it's also not fun having your business out on the internet. And I hope that this turns out well for her. But people are unkind, and this could quickly turn into, people bashing her and all these things. I'm not that wrapped up into it. I have not read the comments. I don't know. But we'll just be thinking about her and sending her love. And y'all, please learn from her story. And if something similar has happened to you, decide that it's over. Decide today that it's done. If it's happening to you right now, you do not have to stay there. You can go, okay? You can leave. You can create an exit plan. There are organizations out there to help you if there's any, anything crazy going on. You got girlfriends, you may feel isolated, but somebody out there loves you and cares for you enough that they will come get you, they will help you, they will let you stay at their house. So all is not lost. You are not alone. You can leave. And if you haven't experienced this yet, please learn from this woman. And definitely stay tuned for my next video, because I'm going to do one about feminine vision. We need to talk about that one. All right, loves. See y'all in the next video.